Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is Kim and you're on my channel. Today, you're joining me for a new episode, a Town of Salem how-to guide beginner basics. So, this is for all you beginners out there, all you noobs. You're not noobs, you're just beginners. But I'm going to explain to you the basics of Town of Salem and hopefully get you guys on the path to righteousness and victory, and occasionally murder. So what is Town of Salem? Town of Salem is a 7 to 15 player whodunit game in which an uninformed majority, which is called the town, takes on the informed minority, which is the Mafia. Town of Salem has roots in the party game Mafia, which was also called Werewolf, but has since been adopted for a much more simpler and, in my opinion, more fun internet play. So in Town of Mafia, there are 3 different alignments that you can be, 3 different teams, so to say. The town, which is the uninformed majority, they're kind of considered the good guys. They have to kill all the Mafia and the neutral killing roles, or witch and stuff like that, in order to win. The key is that the town don't know who is who. They don't know who's town, they don't know who's Mafia. So they're kind of likely to kill each other. Mafia, however, is the informed minority. They're considered the bad guys, and their goal is to kill all the town and anyone else in their way, such as witch or werewolf, stuff like that, serial killer. And the key with Mafia is that they actually know who the other Mafia is, and they can talk at night. So they're able to kind of work better as a team in order to get town to lynch themselves. They're trying to get town to kill each other, allowing them to win the game. Then there's also the neutrals, which are neither team by default, but they have different winning conditions. For example, serial killer has to be the last one living, so does werewolf, but jester has to trick people into lynching them, etc., etc. And now I'm going to point out some key info that is really important to know when you get into this game. One of the first things is the night action. Some roles have the ability to do things at night. This one, the bodyguard, does. As you can see here in the bottom right hand side, I'm selecting a role which is to guard 7 minutes dead tonight, and that is my night action. Some different roles have a day action. These are pretty much the jailer and the mayor currently, and you can choose your action during the day instead of at night. And the next up is a very important aspect to this game, which is the last will. What the last will is, it gives you an area to write down your suspicions and your night actions, and if you die overnight, it is revealed to the whole town during the day. It's a great way to be able to kind of give information after you've died to the people who are relying upon you, your teammates. So as you can see here, because I'm a bodyguard, I put down who I've been guarding the last 3 nights. In addition to the will, there's another way to give past information, and that is the death note. It's very similar, but only for the killing roles, and it shows up on a dead person's body the day after they've been killed. This is it right here. It can be used to relate information or point suspicions, or just for fun. Another important part to this game is the chat log. The chat log, located right up here, right by your last will, is very important. It's a way to see what has been previously said. Also, it can also show you who has voted and what they voted for. So we know Catone voted guilty on this, Dog voted guilty, SWAT abstained, etc. It's a very, very important way to keep track of information, and you can find a lot of clues by using the chat log. And over here on the right hand side is your role card. This is very important because it allows you to see what your role is, your alignment, your ability, attributes, and your goal. For example, in this game I am a vigilante, which aligned as town underneath the killing category. My abilities is I get to shoot somebody. My attributes is that if I shoot another town member, I commit suicide, and I can only shoot my gun 3 times. And my goal is to lynch every criminal and evildoer. And if you put your mouse over it, it tells you your exact victory conditions. For example, I win with town, I win with survivors, but I must kill anybody else. Finally, you should always keep in mind that over here is the graveyard and the role list. The role list shows a list of all the potential roles that are in the game. Of course, some of them don't tell you too much. For example, we know there's a jailer, but we don't necessarily know who the town investigatives are. And over here is the graveyard. And what's so important about the graveyard is that you can click on on the bodies right here, and then select to see what the last will was and what the death note was. This can potentially give you a lot of information. For example, we see here that 7 minutes dead was the investigator. We can click on his last will and see what he had said even after he has died. So here we are. Welcome to the start of day 0. As you can see in the top right hand side, there's not very many seconds left. So day 0 is a brief chance to see the layout and to speak to each other. And then it is quickly followed by night 1. which is the time that you have in order to complete a night action, write in a will, or a Mafia can speak together. If you're on the Mafia team, I am not. I'm a town bodyguard in this case. After the night cycle, you come into day 1, which is a mixture of a recap of anyone who has died that night, followed by discussion time, which is what it is now, in order to give town and Mafia time to talk about things and try to get a lynch ready. After you discuss things, a vote will be initiated, and you can vote for anybody that you want to put up on trial. Once they're voted up, they get a time for defense, and then all members of the living town of Salem either vote guilty or innocent. And then there are final words for those if they have been chosen as guilty. And then it comes to the end of the day, and that completes one day. The cycle is therefore repeated until a winner emerges. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, if you found this helpful, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that great, awesome, fun stuff. Share it among your friends who may have some difficulty or maybe trying to pick up this game. Give them a hand too. And also, go ahead and add me on Town of Salem. My name is 2% Skim, right there at the top right corner. And follow me on Twitter at 2% Skim. That's using the number 2, though, instead of TWO. Thank you guys so much. Peace out.